What is up, guys? It's your boy Phil Shocker, the nicest Ted Shocker, here with our Week 4 Team Builder going against Real in the G8DL. You guys can hit that like button down below if you haven't already. Subscribe to join the Phil Shocker crew today because you beat Gorilla with the king of the crew. And we are here for an epic matchup going against Real here. His team is so scary. It is a monster and have to prep for. But I think we built a team that checks this team very much so, and I'm looking forward to this. So you guys can hit that like button down below it already. Subscribe to join the Phil Shocker crew today because you people are living with the king of the frill, you're feeling with the king of the crew. I may have just already said my intro twice now. I don't care. But let's go ahead and break down Real's team. He's got Sand, first of all, and that's the scary part. But he's got Hippowdon, Excadrill, Gengar, Mr. Rhyme, Gudra, Bolton, Ditto, Phalanx, Crustle, and Mantine with his G-Max Pokemon being Grimmsnarl. And I should know a thing or two about Grimmsnarl since I'm using it in the RGBL. This team, Sand, plus a Gengar, plus a Grimmsnarl, there's nothing I can do to beat this team. I think I built the best 6 I possibly could. And I feel like I'm going to make him have to prep for a few months that he's probably not going to expect to be coming to this game. So that's going to be one thing that's going to have my advantage in this one. But Sand 100% comes versus me. It makes the most sense versus my team. The G-Max also makes the most sense. It checks pretty much the variety of my team. Gengar, I think, really counts because of its move pull coverage, but I think definitely like a Life Orb or potential. Well, maybe Life Orb Gengar or Extra Belt Gengar, one of the two. Mr. Rhyme, I think, comes as his way to fully get rid of the hazards. Gudra just comes to be a bulky Pokemon. I think it was Sap Sipper because my Rillaboom actually matches up really well against this team. So I definitely think he'll go bring the Sap Sipper instead of Gooey, because without Gooey it makes more sense. But Bolton maybe could come in the mix if he felt like it. Ditto potentially can as well, but I don't think he could. Phalanx makes some sense, but I feel like, again, the move slot coverage is going to be a little hard for him to kind of need to figure out. Crossout I don't really think comes, and I don't really think Mantine comes. So let's break down the team. Excuse me. Let's break down the team that we are bringing for this matchup. First one I wanted to bring this matchup is the Master Sword, aka Aegislash, which I haven't really been doing any good work with it, to be honest, and I may potentially drop this thing for a new Pokemon. I don't know quite yet what, but we'll have to see where it goes. But Aegislash here, it's a phenomenally good steel type. It's probably good in this matchup. Sugar Berry so that we can take the hits from the Excadrill and the Hippowdon if we really need to. Sword Stance, Iron Head, Shadow Sneak, and Sacred Sword. These 3 moves check his entire team. And I'm running a very interesting set. I'm running max HP with max attack Adamant, but I'm running 4 in speed, and I want to tell you why. I feel like when looking at his Grimmsnarl, he doesn't want to outspeed things he can't outspeed, and there's nothing for him to really outspeed, so now we're going on the bulk. So this is to outspeed a non-speed invested Grimmsnarl. That's neutral speed, which means it doesn't minus his speed. I am now 1 point faster than Grimmsnarl, and then I can always go for the Iron Head. The problem I have now is that if I go into Sword Dance, I'm locking myself into Shield, but if I'm going to go into attack mode, I go Stain Blade until I switch out. So that means I do have to be careful how exactly I want to play my Master Sword in this matchup and try to hit as much as I can with that sense of the card. Up next, we have G-Max Lapras, and Lapras is pretty much running the same set I was running last week. Lapras has got a very different spread this time, though. It's mostly physically defensive because this team is just physically offensive versus me, most likely. There's a couple of special mons, but mostly physical. We're in 196 HP, 120 in attack, 36 special attack, 180 in defense with a relaxed nature, and 76 speed depth. This is meant so I can take hits once I start going my G-Max. Because when I G-Max, I'm going to make sure I click at least Drill Run and Iron Head, or if anything, Drill Run or Iron Head more times, because outside of my hit, without my move, I can be able to get a +1 defense and a +1 speed depth. If I look at what team and see what mostly it is, I'll be clicking Iron Head most of the time. And at one point, I want to try to get my Aurora up so I can click my G-Max and just hit some hard things hard. I'm running Shell Armor, so I get critted, and that way, in case Ditto does come, it doesn't trace Water Absorb, so it loses to me. So I can actually run Freeze Dry and actually do work against him as well. So Nessie kind of puts in a lot of work this game, but it's mostly here to be able to take the hits, hopefully set up that Veil, and then just click buttons versus my opponent's team. Up next, we have Leg Hold, and I'm bringing a very interesting Leg Hold set this week. We are running Adamant Reckless this week with Substitute Bulk Up, High Jump Kick, Throat Chop, Max HP, 116 attack with an Adamant nature, like I said, 64 defense, 76 Spit Death. I'm running no speed because most of his things I can outspeed without speed investments for lower tier and everything like that. So the goal is to always set up a sub and then bulk up. And then bulk up as much as I can, and then click sub, bulk up, and everything like that. But the goal is to click High Jump Kick. He has got no safe switch-ins to this thing. You look back at his team, that's effective, super effective. Neutral, that doesn't get touched. That's neutral. Hit, 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 hit. Neutral. That is the only resistance besides Gengar. So if man time comes, this messes up my entire game plan. But Throat Chop is there for Gengar, so if I get a +1 up before I end and I'm having my sub and Gengar's in against me, and he thinks, okay, I'm going to be forced to switch in, I click Throat Chop and take out Gengar 100%, because most times I'm not, he's not going to be running Cobra Berry this matchup. Again, like I said, Expert Belt / Life Orb makes the most sense, or potentially cast the Berry in case he wants to check my Master Sword for the Shadow Sneak purposes. But once this thing can get a sub up and click Bulk Up at least once, I can start denting a lot of things on his team very much effectively. And here's another reason why I don't care about running no speed with this team. We're running Perfume with the Babiri Berry with Trick Room, Nasty Plot, Energy Ball, Moon Blast. This is a very risky set. I may change this to Mono Attack Moon Blast for Wish, potentially. Just because I think Wish would be good, but I think I'm going to just go with my guns and just go with what I have here. Basically, the goal is to get a Trick Room up, then click a Nasty Plot, and then hopefully if he's weakened down, I can click Energy Ball and then either chip that thing down tremendously amount or weaken it down to a point where he can kill itself in a Life Orb. But basically, I also wanted to run Mach Punch on this set, but I couldn't because of the fact that, Gengar was a thing, so that's what changed that one. But Energy Ball lets me hit a few things outside of his team, like the Crustle, the Mantine, and the Hippo and stuff like that for super effective damage. Moonblast hits everything for some super effective neutral damage, except for the extra double. That's why, again, I say I have Energy Ball there. The Babiri Berry is so I can be able to take a hit and hopefully get my Trick Room off. I think the goal is to click Nasty Plot first, and then Trick Room, or Trick Room first, then click Nasty Plot. As he potentially probably clicks a Swords Dance or something like that, or Rapid Spin, and then I click Nasty Plot again. He hits me with the Babiri Berry. My pops, I have 1 to 2 turns left. I click a hit and either knock him out with his own Life Orb damage or something like that, or he knocks me out or something like that. And then he gives me at least maybe one turn of Trick Room to where I can use this thing offensively and just start clicking buttons versus his team. If I can get Trick Room back up, then this thing can just click some buttons versus his entire team, and it's going to put a massive dent in his team. Another way I can potentially see myself winning this game is with my Mudsdale. Mudsdale with Iron Defense, Body Press, Earthquake, and Protect. I'm carrying Protect for the fact that I want to waste some sand turns, so that way he can't be able to get the full sand turns, whether it's Smooth Rock and if it is just a normal sand user. Stamina for my defense and everything. Iron Defense, because Body Press, there's no resistance on his team but Body Press, except for Mantine. But again, I don't think Mantine really comes to this game. It really doesn't do much for him. And then Earthquake just for my stab, just to hit things. But Body Press is basically to hit things, everything on his team. 136 HP, 120 attack, 76 defense, and 176 Spadef. I'm being Spadef invested, that way I can take on things like Goodra, Mr. Rhyme a little bit, and to also make sure I live a hit from Gengar as well. But that's since we're gone. And coming back after about a week or two without not coming in, we're bringing Ninjago here, our Selgor with Throat Spray Unburden. And this is one of the ways we can potentially win this game. With the Unburden, I am faster than every single thing in this team outside of sand. 100% outside and inside sand, I am faster. If I get my Bug Buzz off, I can get this. If I can get my Acid Spray into a Bug Buzz, I'm good. If I can just click Bug Buzz, then I can just start clicking buttons versus the entire team, which is heavily good. Because Throat Spray will raise my special attack by 1 stage by going for a sound-based move, which is Bug Buzz. Giga Drain is there to be able to take some hits and then recover the hits back. And Acid Spray is there the lowest defenses, and I can click either Giga Drain or Bug Buzz. And Protect is mostly on there just because I can't have knockoff, but just to make sure I can waste, again, turns of sand, which is good. Max HP, 4 defense, max special attack, Moss Nature. But that's going to be the team. I think we have a decent chance versus Real. It's going to come down to probably the wire on this one, but if you guys can hit that like button down below already, subscribe to join the Phil Shocker crew of the day. Until next time, guys, I've been Phil Shocker. Nice to touch on. I'll see you guys next time.